Greetings and welcome everyone to an All You Can Geek Gamecast. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Ahoy!
and Tony Korkanakis.
Yo!
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers. We're live right now on Twitch. Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. We start, do a movie cast, do a game cast, do some bonus rounds. We had just finished up our Of the Year last week, Game of the Year for us for 2025. So check that out if you haven't seen that episode yet. If you can't catch these live broadcasts, everything's over on YouTube. So be sure to pop over there and you can go back and see all the old catalog of stuff, which is great. And give us a subscribe over there. It helps us out quite a bit. And leave us a comment because we'd love to hear from you either way, either this platform, Twitch, or YouTube. All right. Gamecast, regular episode, guys. We are going to delay the most anticipated. We did it on the movie cast, for those wondering. If you haven't checked that out yet, we did a movie cast for most anticipated TVs and movies. But we have discussed this. And Nintendo and Sony are supposed to have their direct, whatever their directs are, this month. So we're going to give them a little time to come out with what they're going to give us for a launch slate and give us a little more options for what we can be anticipated about, most anticipated about this year. There's big games, and we're going to talk about one of them in this episode that sounds like it's actually happening this year. But stay tuned for that. Let's get into what we've been up to first. I'll kick us off with an old-fashioned, old-school game, The Legend of Zelda. The NES. I played that. We didn't get to talk about it last week because we did Games of the Year. So I was in the hospital and I decided to just do some nostalgia. I didn't bring my PlayStation. I brought my Switch because it's just so much easier to carry. The PlayStation is so goddamn big.
It's a weird shape too.
It's so big. Yeah, it's bulky. It's like, it's just unbelievable. So the Switch was there with me, and I was like, I didn't have. It's funny because believe it or not, I bought Suikoden on PS5, and I just.
Oh, then you're like.
Yeah. Shit. So I just returned it, and I got it on Switch now. So now I'm gonna have.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I fixed the problem, but I didn't have it with me. Yeah. So I'll be playing that on there next. But I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm like, I finally went on the Switch Online stuff, and I'm like, let's really dive deep in some of these games that I haven't seen in years. And Zelda was a game that, like, obviously I played many times, but I hadn't.
Which one?
The first one.
Okay. Just make it sure. NES.
Yeah. Well, I started Link to the Past afterwards. The Super Nintendo one after I finished this game. I haven't finished that one yet though. The Mirror World. That game is so good. It's so good. But I haven't played the original game since like probably 1990. Like run through the whole thing, and it's still amazing how ingrained in my system the secret area, like the extra hearts, the rubies, and like even like the ones where you have to pay them when you burn their door open and they make you pay. I remembered where those were. I was like, oh no, I'm not going there.
Controlly.
Yeah, it was unbelievable how it just sticks with you. And I was like 9. I was younger. I was probably 8 actually when I beat The Legend of Zelda, and it just
core memory.
Yeah, it just, and it's like, it's funny because I will say that my controller, my Switch Pro controller has some sort of a drift issue. I think it feels like. Is that a common thing? I didn't notice it until I was playing Legend of Zelda. It's
bring it to GameStop.
Yeah, I was trying to use the D-pad, but then I would just, every now and again change to the analog stick, and it would be just like, it would just flick me in the wrong direction sometimes.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I was like, holy crap! I didn't know that was a problem that I had with my Pro controller, but. I ended up using the dog face controller, whatever you call that one, the Joy-Cons together, and it was fine after that. But it's such a great game. It's just a classic. So I played through all of that, ran through. It was funny because I ran through Ganon like so fast. I felt so bad because I'm like, I remember as a kid it being challenging and like
struggling.
Yeah. This time around as an Elden Lord, it was like, dude, man, sorry, no.
As an Elden Lord.
Yeah, I've leveled up since I've last met you. So, but yeah, no, it's a great playthrough. And then I started Link to the Past. I was gonna play Zelda 2, but I'm like, it's so different. I would not recommend. Yeah, it's a game that's the one I've never finished, and I was like, okay,
you're not missing out.
No, definitely not. And so I started Link to the Past, and I'm playing through that a little bit. That's pretty much it, though, classic wise. Haven't played much else besides, so I've been watching the TV shows and stuff, but that's really it for me. Corey, what about you?
Actually loaded up some Borderlands for a little bit because they've been doing some updates. They did a major update, and so it's nice, but still just not enough to do in the end game. So jumped off that. did play a little game that a couple of friends from board games that I play with were checking out called Mage Quit. I guess it's supposed to be a take on Rage Quit or whatever, but it's essentially like you can do free for all or you can do teams of like 5 or 4 versus, and it's kind of got this like fusion frenzy feeling to a little bit like these games, but you have a character and it's hard to control the character, and you're on like a platform and you're trying to knock them off or shoot like spells at them, and then you're drafting these spells after each round. So every kill you get, you go back of the line for the spells, and so you just keep doing that for 9 rounds, and each round you're getting a different spell, which is either an attack, a defense spell, a movement spell, or your ultimate spell. And it was pretty fun. Like if you do a group of people and just like kind of have a wacky time with it. So
yeah, wow,
this is interesting.
Cool. All right, Tony.
Nothing new. Just rotating the live service multiplayer games right now.
Okay. All right. Mike?
Nice.
Well, I've been doing some backlog stuff as well. And so obviously I was playing Star Wars Outlaws. I finished, rolled credits, and there's one DLC that comes after the credits. I mean, after you finish the main quest. I finished that as well. Got about 50 something hours on it, so a fair amount of time. There's so much other shit I could do. I don't think I'm going to do all of it. We'll see how long I can like get a little extra time out of it.
What's the main character's name in that?
K Vest.
That's right.
Yes.
K Vest?
It's
like
such a
Vest.
VESS.
I feel like for that name, they just like threw darts at a board, and then that's how they picked the name.
Is it that all Star Wars characters?
Maybe it is.
Vaguely
Kid Glorbo or something like that?
Yeah.
Vaguely
Kid Fisto?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it's definitely in a better state than it was. There was a lot of crashes still, though.
Yeah.
For a game that's a year and a half old, it's a lot. And there's some jank that the like speeder that you can call to your side reminds me of vanilla cyberpunk motorcycles a lot. It like goes to where you called it, not where you are, or it just doesn't come sometimes. It's a little annoying. But overall, it's a decent game, and it's a little sad that it's not going to get a sequel because, well, Ubisoft is falling apart, number one, but they already announced they weren't going to get this sequel for this. But it's got a little bit of a resurgence with its latest sales and being on Game Pass, this game. I think a sequel that won't happen probably unless someone steals it from this company. It would probably address a lot of the problems with it. I make like pretty good, Star Wars scoundrel game. It's definitely better than what I expected it to be, so pretty happy with it.
That's good.
And the other game I've been playing at a high level, a very zoomed out high level, is similar in some ways. I am also reaching into my backlog, except I have never played this game. It's one of those things I missed and should have played a long time ago. I'm playing Super Metroid now.
I thought about it when I was looking at the backlog. I was like, I don't know. I'll go with the Zeldas. So
that was it's always been the one because on a whim almost, my wife wanted us to play like Odyssey again for like a level or two, which we did because she likes being Cappy. But then since the Switch was on, I'm like, what's an old game that's in my backlog that I want to play?
That brings back like I used to have the map. GamePro had the whole layout map. I remember having that.
I'm lost.
Yeah,
I am stuck and lost repeatedly. Like I've got stuck and then powered through a few times, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I can't imagine without that map how you could, like, that game is so big. It's a great game. I loved playing Super Metroid. It was years ago.
I'm struggling.
So, yeah,
trapped in Norfair or whatever you call it.
Norfair? Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. It's pretty funny, but yeah, no, the rate. It is funny though because you have this female sort of bounty hunter. Oh my, bounty hunter character, driving ships across different places, and Metroidvania stuff. The KVS is also that, just in a newer game that's kind of messy, but it's very interesting.
It's cleaned up too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm stuck in it. But hopefully, I'll figure it out. I can see. But yeah, classic game. I'm glad I'm gonna hopefully be able to check that off my backlog finally.
Okay. Cool. All right. That's it. Before we went up to, let's move into some news here. Let me get. I should probably have that open. Oopsies. There's been some numbers stuff going on this week. I know that. We got some Xbox news and we got some Switch news to talk about. Let's start off with Xbox. We had their was it a developer call? Was it an actual sales call, like an investor call? I can't remember where they got this info, but they gave us divulging information about a couple games that came out. Unfortunately, well, some of them. Grounded 2 was a big hit for them, which was, I guess, unexpected.
Talk about Obsidian, by the way.
Oh, Obsidian, sorry. So Obsidian worked on all of these games at the same time and got them out, which is remarkable. In the same year.
Well, they released them at the same time.
Yeah.
Practically. I don't know when they worked on them exactly, but yeah.
I mean, really hope this doesn't affect Obsidian themselves as a team, because they churned out 3 games in 1 year, and none of them were broken. You know what I mean? Like they all were good games. Unfortunately, Avowed in the Outer Worlds 2 game that came out vastly, like, definitely underperformed. Their numbers were not good for Microsoft.
To the point where they flat out said they will never develop an Outer Worlds 3.
Outer Worlds 3 is done. It sounds like Avowed 2 is happening though.
Yeah,
they didn't say 2 specifically, but they said they want to continue the Avowed universe, whatever that means.
But isn't the Avowed universe the Pillars of Eternity universe? Like, it's the same. It's already existed without Avowed.
Okay.
Yeah. Or I don't know if that's even the right universe. It's some other universe that's in other games that I hope I name dropped the right one. But and personally, I kind of wish it was the opposite. I played both the games. They're kind of equal this year, Avowed, but I was obviously more interested in what Outer Worlds was doing than Avowed, especially with some teases at the end of Outer Worlds 2 for what could happen in a sequel. I do believe there is still DLC scheduled, but Outer Worlds 2 was just doomed from the start. With Microsoft did everything they can to just drum up negative press for this game, from a first starting it at $80 for no good reason.
Mm-hmm.
Then they walked that back. Then they had some bad sort of presentations with like all the character reveal trailer, which everyone hated, and most of the characters are kind of the side characters, the companions. They're kind of the weakest part of the game.
Yeah.
And so that was poorly received. And then, of course, the month it does come out, they did lower it to 70, but then it was a Game Pass game, and that month was the same month that they jacked up the price to unreasonable levels on Game Pass. So there was, it had very little shot, mostly because of Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a Microsoft touch.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
but also, this also was, even though I anticipated it highly, this also was my most disappointing game of the year as well. It didn't quite
so I mean, even
get to the next level.
Right. So I mean, if you're the target demographic and still disappointed, I mean, there's no reason for them to continue. The only way for that series to grow was to go AAA, and it sounds like they didn't hit all the marks. Not to say that they couldn't with a third game, but with Microsoft mandating 30%,
that's what I was going to say. The
return
30% target is that's
which they even pretty much said in this interview. I think it was a Bloomberg interview.
It was Bloomberg.
Jason Schreier.
Yep.
Yeah. Which confirmed that, which is insane, especially for a video game. Like I think 20% they say is good, is very good.
Yeah.
So like for Microsoft to be like 30%, it's like that's. Who do you think you are? Like, maybe if you're a PlayStation or Nintendo with, PS5 or Switch, / Switch 2, maybe, but you're fucking running on Xbox Series, which is like,
that's
between 30 and 40 million after 5 years. Like, what are you doing?
What's being reported is that's the multi-platform move because of that, to get on, get these games out on PlayStation to get more profits. So
he flat out says it that to achieve those higher profitability target, they need to port the game.
Yeah.
Which is what we said, for years now. But it's rough, but I think Obsidian just needs to find more of a niche. Because the thing is, I think the other part with Outer Worlds is that market, or that they're almost competing with themselves, right? If you think about it,
you're releasing,
Microsoft Xbox umbrella already has Fallout, has Elder Scrolls, and this, like. and Starfield, let's throw that in, like that RPG immersive, sci-fi, or dystopian thing already exists. Like there's no thing for that. If a game like Grounded could come out, which nobody was asking for, right? Was anybody be like, I really want a 4-player co-op game where it's Honey, I Shrunk the Kid. Like nobody was asking for that. They just made it up, and it was successful enough for them to do a sequel. And the sequel was even successful.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, like I said, it's good for Obsidian with that success and the fact that they're going to keep going with Avowed, because I feel like the company themselves are okay with their jobs. I mean, is anybody in Microsoft okay with their jobs? Because
no.
You never know when the next layoffs are going to hit.
You could put out a game that is super successful and then get like visited by
critically,
Phil, and then the next week it'll close you.
You could be in a photo with a guy and then be fired the next week. Yes.
But no, I think that what I would have liked to have seen is actually them go backwards and go do smaller instead of bigger. Like if they do smaller stuff.
It's how Outer Worlds 2 was set up to fail, because the main criticism of the first game was it was too small in scope, which I made that criticism as well. But playing the second one is just like, oh, they really stretched themselves out. Like, this game is long and big, like we kind of wanted, but it just kind of gets stale after a while. They can't quite populate
because they
it
made
the way
the
they
same
should.
game, but they just repeated themselves. It sounds like from what you've been saying. I think that like you need to be able to sustain that engagement over time, that you're trying to make it bigger, but they just kind of did the whole Cobra Kai thing. It's just like it's over and over again.
Yep.
So that's, we'll see what that means for Obsidian going forward. Microsoft other news, we've had reports from the AMD CEO about the chipsets. So it sounds like, for those wondering, Steam Machine wise, will be shipping early this year. I can't believe the CEO from AMD is giving this information out.
Well, they have to, because they're talking about chip
investors.
Targets.
Yeah,
and
I mean, I get it, but it's still like, and it looks like the next gen Xbox featuring AMD's custom SoC chip is progressing well to support a launch in 2027. So we are going to get the next Xbox.
Good luck.
2027. Yeah.
Good luck.
What was the RAM price on that though? Like, I don't. And the storage
there's no way it comes in under 1,000. There's no way under current market conditions. There's 0% chance it can come under 1,000. Like I wouldn't believe you. Like I think the highest priced Xbox Series X right now is what, 700?
It's $699. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's no way it's coming under 1,000. And part of me, this is tinfoil hat theory time, but part of me thinks that this AMD CEO is saying this publicly to like pressure Microsoft, as in like, you can't cancel this because we've already made this announcement, right?
Yeah,
like, I don't think it works like that, but like, it's Microsoft, it's Phil. Like, again, we have no reason to believe that they really need or want to do first party hardware anymore. So like, what?
Yep. Hang on.
Was going to be delayed to like 2029 or 2030 because of chip prices. That they didn't want to even bother.
There's no way you can release a new system on like a Sony and Microsoft system under $1,000. The Steam machines, no way they're releasing under $1,000. Corey, just a couple months ago, you're
Twitch,
like,
by the way, Jim.
Yeah, I think we froze. It's the audio's still going, but there it goes. It caught up. It's my computer. It's OBS. Sorry. Go on. We're good.
But yeah, Corey, just a couple months ago, you remember like the high hopes you had about Steam machines being console priced?
Oh,
there's no way. There's 0% chance.
Not with the world we live in right now. This combination of so many things right now are just hitting it so hard that there's no chance. These chips are just going to skyrocket.
Yeah.
Right. So I could see Sony just holding off because honestly, it makes sense, and it's kind of what Nintendo did with Switch too. But yeah.
There's no reason for them to do anything right now, because if they do come out with something, it'll be more expensive than a PC. So
yeah.
Plus, I mean, the game's going to be cross-gen the first couple of years anyway. So
yeah, that's always that's it. So
that's always the case.
Yeah. All right. Nintendo also had they had an investors call. They were giving off numbers, right? Yeah. So we've got some news about the Switch 2. Switch 2 has sold 17.37 million units already, which is outperforming the Wii U already outperformed their worst.
Outsold the Wii U in its entirety.
Yeah, their entirety 4-year run in 7 months. It's done 17.37 plus.
Everything outsells the Wii U.
Yeah, I know. It's like a benchmark though to get past.
I mean, a better benchmark would
How
be
quick can you do it, not when.
It's already sold half as much as the Xbox did in 5 years.
Yeah, that's a good point. Switch though is the best-selling hardware console. Right,
Nintendo system.
Yeah, Nintendo system.
Nintendo system.
155.37 million units. Whew. Yeah.
It's just I think 5 or 6 million behind PS2.
It'll get it.
If it wasn't for that price increase in America,
I think it's gonna get.
Was more confident. We'll see. No, I think they're incentivized to keep it around because again, we just talked about high prices.
Yeah.
You know, suddenly if they can get it like to reasonable, like $300 level, like that's still a good investment, especially for kids, right? Get them a Switch Lite for $200. I mean,
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I could what?
I'm sorry, I saw your rest of your numbers. Mario Kart World is 14 million. I'm sorry, I was just saying wow when I saw that. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. 14 million out of 17 million units. I mean,
that's insane. Yeah, like that's
that's why we watch
game.
That's crazy.
I mean, Mario Kart 8, I forget if it's on there, but Mario Kart 8 still sold like 1 million units in the last quarter or something like that. Mario Kart 8 is still selling. Like,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Donkey Kong Bonanza 4.25 million units. That's pretty awesome for them. As a Switch 2 game, it's one of the rare only Switch 2 games that that should be played anyways. So, now I will say this is not all good, not all hunky dory. Metroid Prime 4 was not mentioned, which means they sold less than 1 million copies of this game.
Well, so but there's an asterisk there because it was a cross-gen game. So the way Nintendo reports is they only report or highlight if a game sells over 1 million units on one SKU. Yeah. Because Metroid Prime 4 had 2 SKUs, the Switch 1 version and the Switch 2 edition. That means since neither being reported, both of them didn't need 1 million.
Yeah.
Separately.
Either one didn't. Yeah.
But combined, I find it hard to believe they didn't sell.
Well, they were number 7 on the charts at some point.
Yeah.
So my fear is is this going to cause problems for a Metroid Prime game in the future? I don't know. They gave them.
No, I don't think so. Because
they didn't give them the tools to work with. That was my problem. But
I mean, it was kind of like a FF versus 13 to Final Fantasy 15, or remake to remake internally, right?
Yeah.
They got dealt a bad hand and they had to do the most of it. But the thing is, at least Nintendo, they're more prone to make a game just because it's sustaining the IP, because it's diversifying their portfolio. Like, they're not like Microsoft where it's like, oh look, you just made Hi-Fi Rush, which was critically acclaimed, outdid like all the number targets we had for it. Fuck you, fuck your studio, we're selling you. Like, they're not going to do that.
They still don't know what their numbers actually were. They just said they were happy with it, and then they said they weren't. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, no, they said it was successful, but it was also critically acclaimed. I think it was a Game of the Year nominee or something at least.
It was, yeah.
But Nintendo's not doing that. I mean, Metroid, what was it? Other M was a failure, and it cooled the Metroid franchise for a couple of years, but they still brought it back. So I'm confident we do see another Prime game. It just might be a little while. We'll see.
It's been a little while.
This was a little while, yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So, all right. Speaking of taking a little while, GTA 6. GTA 6 we're going to cover right now because it does sound like, even though I'm saying my bold prediction is getting delayed, it does sound like they're trying to meet that November 19th date. They're talking about, they're doubling down. They talked about they're ramping up their ad campaign this summer for their November 19th launch. So it sounds like they're going to hit the target. I mean, it is.
But not if you're going to get it physically. They might delay the physical copy.
They said that was not true.
They just debunked that too.
They said it was not true.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why would that be a problem? I don't know, but I guess production. But I mean, shortages.
They're worried about those.
Work on it up until the day before if it's not physical, right? So
yeah.
But I think that they come out this year. It's you got to come out, and if they have to cut stuff and be like, all right, we're gonna add this in later, they can make it a show and be like, hey, free content for everyone.
Yeah.
So,
do you think they would dare launch it without the GTA Online component, or is that their whole thing, and so they wouldn't do that?
No, I think they'll launch with that. I just think they might cut story content for DLC later.
Okay.
That's what I think. That's what you're talking about, Corey, right? Cutting out like.
Yeah. I mean, they were talking about side. Like, I think the things that were kind of delaying them, there were some side stuff that they were working on and missions and stuff. So, as long as the core is there, and then like you have the online part, people won't care.
Yeah. So they're confident it's coming this year. So we'll see. I have a bold prediction out there. We will see.
I mean, it's 2 years if.
Older, I guess.
Yeah. I'm sticking to it until it comes out. I don't believe it. So, but
okay, it's fine.
All right. And I think that's it for the. Did I get everything? Yeah, I don't want to miss anything, but I got it all. Yeah. So that's gonna be it for the news, folks. And that's it for the podcast. We're gonna wrap it up. So thanks for tuning in. Once again, Tuesday nights, 8:00, we go on Twitch. We do a live broadcast for the movies and the games. So if you can check us out on Tuesday nights, 8:00 Eastern time, feel free to do so. We'd love to chat with you guys. If not, YouTube's got all the content, so you can go back and listen to old podcasts that we have, even our Of the Years that we just did. So go back there and be sure to check those out and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. That's going to wrap it up for this week, folks. We will see you guys next week. We are out.